Hey y'all, Jordan from Carolina Sewing back here, and today I'm going to do a demo on one of my favorite machines out of the Elna and Janome line. This is the Elnita EF72, which is the equivalent to the Janome 6650. Biggest difference is the Janome is red instead of this nice mint blue. Both are great machines, they have the same capability, so whatever you're looking at, it's one and the same. This has been one of the best performing machines that I've ever seen, to be honest. That is not just a straight stitch machine. It's got zigzag, it's got almost 200 stitches. It's got all these here, decorative, as well as some alphabetic fonts. But the machine itself is just very tough and very durable. I got an assortment of different stuff that I've played around on, and I'm going to do a little demo and show you how tough this machine really is and what it can really go through, and whatever you want to put under it, it's going to perform, whether you're quilting or you want to do commercial upholstery work. Even if you're able to fit it on this bed, I am fairly confident this machine can do it. I'm going to show you just how capable it is with some of these other ones right after I go through some of the cool features I really like about it. So to avoid boring you by just reading the manual, I'm just going to hit a few of the cool features that I like. And this is, first one's pretty standard across the Janome line, but this little button right here, sometimes it's located here, just depending on the model. You push it, and it releases your needle plate, which I think is awesome. A lot of the machines use the screws, which is fine. This is so much easier because you don't have to worry about screws dropping inside the machine, having to take it apart or take it to your dealer to fish it out. I literally just did that for somebody this morning. It happens all the time. This eliminates that. And then it does come with some other plates, like the straight stitch plate, which is nice to have when you're doing some very fine stuff or starting on the edge of quilts, stuff like that. So that's just one little feature that I like. Another one, and I'm hoping you can see this on the camera, it has two positions for your foot height. So that's down, obviously. That's the first position, which is a fairly standard height. That's a little low. And then you push it up. Usually all machines will do that, and then they'll relieve and go back down. This one stays up there, so you can get a lot of thickness underneath there without having to hold it up, so you get hands-free, and I really like that. It is a computerized machine, as opposed to most tough machines just are manual, just the way the game works. But this one's computerized, so you got a start-stop button, scissors, speed control. All your controls for your width and stitch selection is over here. It's awesome. The threading is fairly similar to any other machine. It does have that external tension, which I think is a little easier to thread in a lot of ways, and it also, you're able to use some pretty thick thread. You may have to adjust your tension, just depending on how thick you're going. I'm just using some regular, this is Gutermann, this is just standard all-purpose sewing thread. It's hard to get the thread stand in frame without blowing everything out and messing up my lighting, but there's a thread stand up here that you can't see, and the thread just drapes over that. And then there's a little notch right here you go under. Then you come around your pre-tension. Around there, everything's numbered out, so it's very easy, even without following my direction here, but come under there to your tension. You can see your check spring. Sometimes it helps put the foot down so you can catch it, so you can hear it click. Come around that take up, it'll pop forward. You can lift your foot back up to relieve your tension. And then you follow this, come around that thread guide, and then it has a standard thread guide above the needle, just like all machines. And then the threader, you put it in that little notch there, and it'll click and hold for you. You can trim it on the side and then push this down, and it'll give you a little loop and it threads your needle for you. So it even has a needle threader, pretty great. The bobbin is automatic as well, so you don't have to manually turn your hand wheel to pull it up. So your bobbin is counterclockwise. This is the same thread as I got on the top. Drops in there, and I don't think you're able to see this, but it does have a diagram and a little shield. So you just go around that shield and follow the arrow and come around here. And one thing that I always tell people, for any machine that has a cutter on the bobbin piece, put your plate on and then cut it, and that prevents it from rubber banding back through and coming out of tension. So that's a couple of the features plus the threading. And now I have an assortment of different materials that I'm gonna sew through. So first thing, and the easiest, any machine on my floor is gonna be able to do this, but I like to just show this off so you can see the stitch quality of it. It's just a layer of like a Kona cotton and batting. So standard quilt sandwich. It's on a straight stitch. This one sews at 1,000 stitches a minute, so it's pretty quick. You can adjust your speed with that so you don't have to go that speed all the time. And there is the stitch quality. I hope it can focus there. Hopefully you get some good focus because it makes a really nice stitch. Also has a zigzag there, and then if you want to adjust your width, you just turn this dial. Like so. Scissors. There we go. And there's the back. So yeah, that's a quilt sandwich. Next thing I'm going to show you is some nylon webbing. Usually I wouldn't just jump right to this, but that's just how this machine is. This is going to be 4 layers. It's not really focusing great, but you can see right there I got 4 layers, and then this cotton. That's more so you can just see the stitch quality maintaining. So I'm just going to go straight down the middle and I'll show you when we're done here. And I put this here. This is going to obviously turn into 6 layers. And it's also going to show you it basically jumping a hump. So it's going to be hard to see around my hands, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done here. I got kind of a weird edit there because somebody came in the store that I had to take care of, but it jumped over that and you can see it. I'm going to do it again just so you can see the whole thing without an edit. Just like that, and there we go. That was hard to focus on. See them all there. That'd be the back. So yeah, does a good job. And again, that is 6 layers of nylon webbing. I mean, that's 1/2 inch thick. That's awesome. Next thing I want to show you is this is a piece of nylon like I was just using, and this is 4 layers of like marine vinyl, faux leather, whatever you want to call it. And this is kind of to emulate if you were sewing a bag, particularly the straps on a bag. So a lot of layers there. I'll show you. What that's like. Threw a little back stitch in there so you can see that it reverses really good, even going through these thicknesses. Some denim. This is just some like really dense denim material. This part here with the arrow on it is just 2 layers, and then it's going to switch to 4 layers with a roll. So this part right here is actually 6 layers, and then it'll go to that, so you'll be able to see it like jump a hump, right? So you can see it feeds really well over the hump. It doesn't stall on itself or anything like that. This right here is just a consistent 8 layers of that same denim. And it feeds really nicely. I don't have to push it along. I can take my hands off. I'm really just trying to hold the denim on. The only reason I'm even touching it. Using all 1,000 stitches there. Good stitch quality, and I'm all about pushing limits. So that is 16 layers of denim, right? I mean, I'm pressing that. I mean, that's, I've yet to test this. I should have done that off camera, but we're gonna learn right now. And I can just barely get that under the needle, or under the foot. I got it going a little bit slower just because with all that thickness, it will cause that needle to flex if we go too fast. So again, we're just showing how tough the machine is, not so much that you actually ever sew 16 layers of denim. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. And just like that. That is 16 layers of denim, and you really can't see the stitch because it's so many layers, but you can kind of see on the back it's not skipping or anything like that. Last one I want to do is this is that same like faux tooled leather, 4 layers of it, and then you'll be able to see like the stitch quality of it with that. And there you go. Kind of see it there. But yeah, there's no skip stitches. It didn't struggle with the feed. So now I'm gonna flip that over to 8 layers. It's not as really even as thick as the nylon webbing was, but it's going to be a lot heavier, you know, like this tooled pleather. It's pretty thick stuff, and it's even a little thick to be going under the foot there. I'm going to slow it down so it can needle can go up and down properly, and here we go. Let's see what happens. Made a little clunk in there, but nothing even looks out of the ordinary. It looks perfect. And there you have it. That's the EF72 or the Janome 6650. This machine right now comes in at about $17.99. 5 years from now that could change, but generally speaking, it's about 1,800 bucks for a machine that comes in less than $2,000. I don't know of another one that can do it. This class is really kind of dominated by just household sewing machines for quilting and general sewing, but for that to do this, do that, I just don't have another machine that can do that. The only other one that can come to mind is the Janome HD9, which I love that machine too. The only thing is it's a straight stitch machine and it's manual, so you don't get the computer, you don't get the zigzag. That one is more capable, like you can do all this and probably even then some, and it does do it smoother and better, but it's straight stitch only. So if you don't need the extras with this, that machine's the way to go. But if you're wanting something that can You can sit down and quilt on. You can just sew some, repair your clothes with, or turn around and sew a bag, or stitch some seat covers. This machine's the way to go. It's very easy to use. The price point, it's not breaking the bank for something that's going to last you forever. Very user friendly. Great machine all around. If you got any questions about it, let me know. Drop a comment if you got any. And if you have this machine and love it, let me know. Let me know what your favorite feature is. I want to do some more of these on some of my favorite machine models and stuff like that. So if you got one you want to see, let me know.